In 2017, the UK introduced the first batch of its next-gen intercity trains, the Class 800 series, with GWR and then 2 years later with LNER. But they have not been without their problems, with cracked chassis, a very rough ride, ridiculously bright interior lighting and super hard seats. After many complaints, the later versions have been tweaked and some of the issues addressed, but they are still nowhere near the quality of their European equivalents. There are now 7 versions of the Class 800 series in service with 7 operators across the country, with this EMR Class 810 Aurora being the newest, so come along with me and let's go and check them out on their first day in passenger service. Today's journey starts in Sheffield. The Steel City is the capital of South Yorkshire, home to 550,000 people, and also the Supertram, one of only 6 tram systems in the UK. The Crucible Theatre in the city centre also plays host to the World Snooker Championships for 2 weeks in April every year. Opposite are the Winter Gardens, the largest temperate urban greenhouse in Europe, which houses over 2,000 plants and trees from around the world. Anyway, let's head to Sheffield Station, which is around a 10-minute walk from the central area. The outside plaza has undergone recent renovation and is now a very welcoming area with some small market stalls and various seating. Heading inside, and the metal and glass canopy roof provides a bright and airy space. Off to the left hand side is a row of automatic ticket machines and also a staff travel centre and information kiosk. Off to the right hand side are a good selection of shops and food outlets, including WH Smith, M&S and Starbucks. Free to use cash machines and toilets are also available. Okay, let's head to the platform as our new train will be arriving shortly. Just head up these steps and over the central bridge which spans all tracks. The Supertram stop is on the far side of this. Lifts are also available for step-free access to every platform. We'll be departing from platform 2 today on the right here. On the adjacent platform is one of the Class 222 Meridian DMUs that these Class 810 Auroras will be first supplementing and then replacing over the coming years. There's no question that this will be an upgrade in technology, but in comfort too? Well, we'll find that out soon. Today we'll be on board the 1400 EMR Aurora service from Sheffield to London St Pancras. Before our brand new train arrives on its first service northbound from London, let's check out today's route. We'll depart and head south on the Midland Mainline, making 5 intermediate stops before we alight at Leicester, with the train then continuing on to London. Here she comes now. This is it, a 5-car East Midlands Railway Class 810 Aurora bi-mode multiple unit. I absolutely love the striking livery. There is a total capacity for 301 seated passengers across 1.5 coaches of first class and 3.5 coaches of standard class, which is where we'll be travelling today. As with the introduction of most new UK trains, they are quite delayed into actual service, this one by about 3 years. They have a maximum speed of 125 miles per hour and a power output of 2,940 kilowatts. Okay, let's board. Another immediate issue I see is that there is no level access, instead with manual ramps needing to be deployed by railway staff. I'll show you the wheelchair spaces and accessible toilet later on. There are 2 steps up from platform to train. My first impressions, however, are good. It smells really great in here, very fresh. New train smell must be an actual thing. Standard class seating is laid out in a 2+2 configuration in a mix of both airline style and also bays of 4. The lighting doesn't seem too aggressive on here either. I do like the colour scheme too, very on brand for EMR, but not too purple. Seat reservations are not yet in use. Luggage can be stored on the stacks at the ends of the coaches or on the overhead racks which run above all seats. Introducing the new Level 8 Adventurer 20-inch carry-on case. It has a wide 4-stage telescopic handle matched with an effortless front opening design offering easy access and maximum packing space. You can undo the central zip to expand the capacity by an extra 10% to 50 litres. It also features a heavy-duty polycarbonate exterior shell with a TSA approved combination lock. And as with all of Level 8's cases, there are 360-degree spinner wheels which roll effortlessly on any surface. Every case also has a limited lifetime warranty for your peace of mind. The Adventurer carry-on also comes in these other cool colours, but there's also 2 check-in versions, 24 and 28 inch. Give the gift of Level 8 luggage to a loved one this Christmas and get a special discount of 10% off every order using code NONSTOP10. Just click the link above now or in the description below. We depart on time at 2 PM. Our journey from Sheffield to Leicester covers 60 miles, which is scheduled to take 1 hour and 2 minutes of travel time. The full route to London is 158 miles, taking 2 hours and 9 minutes. The cost of a first class, non-flexible advance ticket to Leicester starts from £18.90 or £30.50 all the way to London. For the same ticket in standard class, prices start from £9.40 to Leicester or £19.10 to London. Pretty reasonable all around, but remember they are dynamic and do rise quite a lot the nearer to travel you are, or if you buy flexible tickets. I really like these animated information screens, complete with moving maps and occupancy indicator. One of the main points of contention on the older Class 800 series trains, such as the LNER Azuma, whose standard class seats are akin to sitting on a plank of wood bolt upright. Firstly, these have a much better shape to them, with a natural reclined position. They certainly have more padding, but still not enough in my opinion. I do like the soft winged headrests and adjustable padded armrests though. Legroom is quite tight, but I'm on the taller side of average. There are large tray tables, but they are too close when deployed. Each pair of seats gets one UK 3-pin power socket and one USB-A port. It's a big miss not to include USB-C ports nowadays. Up above are coat hooks on the wall, but the windows have no blinds or curtains at all. Again, another big omission on a modern intercity train. Overall, the seating area is okay, but nothing special and just unambitious. We'll head down and check out first class in a bit. Our first intermediate calling point today is in Chesterfield, which has a population of 76,000 people. Look to the right hand side on departure and you will see the town's most famous landmark, the 14th century church of St Mary and All Saints with its 69-metre crooked spire. Of the 72 recognised churches in Europe with this feature, Chesterfield's has been named the most crooked. Shortly after, tickets are checked by the friendly conductor. He was very enthusiastic about this new train and was very proud to finally show it off today. The only catering facilities on board is a roaming trolley service selling hot and cold drinks and sweet and savoury snacks. I just grabbed a coffee and a chocolate chip flapjack. The total price was £4.50. I also used my drink here as a demonstration to show the ride quality of the train. This is the other major bad point of the earlier Class 800 series versions. The coaches on the Class 810s are 2 metres shorter than all others, mainly to accommodate 2 joined 5-car sets into the platforms at St Pancras. I'd say the ride quality is a bit better overall, but certainly still a bit bumpy in places. Free Wi-Fi is available. This was easy to connect to, but was not particularly fast. We are now calling at Derby, capital of the county of Derbyshire and home to 274,000 people. I always love riding new trains when you have an eclectic mix of railway enthusiasts and vloggers making videos and taking photos, mixed with regular passengers who haven't got a clue what all the fuss is about. Derby is also home to East Midlands Railway and their Etches Park depot seen here on the left, where the new Class 810 Aurora fleet will be based and maintained.
Please familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
All onboard announcements are made in English only. Next, we pass the imposing cooling towers of the now decommissioned Ratcliffe-on-Soar power station. This closed in September 2024, marking the end of coal-fired electricity generation in the UK. It is located right next to East Midlands Parkway Station, which mainly serves as a park and ride for Leicester, Derby and Nottingham. East Midlands Airport is just 4 miles away, but there is no regular bus connection anymore, so you'll have to take a taxi. You're better to get off at Long Eaton or Loughborough stations, which both have regular buses to the airport. We can now reach today's top speed of 125 miles per hour, however we are still running on diesel power. The Midland Mainline was planned to be fully electrified, however this only reached just south of Leicester before being permanently suspended due to lack of budget. Now let's go and check out the rest of the train. Pre-bookable cycle spaces are available in some of the vestibules. This is also where you'll find bins. After the near 3-year delay due to production problems and unexplained thermal events, this train was planned to enter service last week. However, there was a further problem with people getting locked in the toilets. I suspect this may not have been fully fixed yet, as 2 of them were locked out of use. However, I did find one to review.
The door is now locked.
As you'd hope, this was fully working and very clean. The water, soap and toilet roll were stocked up and baby changing facilities were present too. Here is a look at first class, which is laid out with 2+1 seating across the carriage. Again, there is a mix of airline style and bays with a few solo seats too. They are quite a bit wider than in standard class and have vastly more padding and much nicer headrests. There are also sun blinds, much larger tables and better legroom. You also get complimentary hot drinks, fruit juice, water, snacks and a sandwich. This is also where you'll find the 2 wheelchair spaces with accompanying companion seats. The accessible toilet is located in the adjacent vestibule. If you would like to see how this Class 810 compares to one of the much older GWR Class 802s on a scenic trip from Plymouth to London but with a twist, click the link above now. We are now on the approach to Leicester and the end of today's journey, for me anyway. A bit further south, the train can make use of its bi-mode functionality and switch over to electric power on the remaining hour or so journey to London. We arrive in Leicester 4 minutes late at 3:06 PM. Let me take a quick moment to summarise this trip on East Midland Railway's new Class 810 Aurora units. Overall, I had a positive experience. These trains are definitely an upgrade from the Midland Mainline in some respects. They are nice and new, have more capacity accelerate faster, and have the bi-mode flexibility over the Class 222s. The price is also good for what you get, especially with advanced purchase first class tickets. However, I feel the seats are a downgrade in both classes versus what they are replacing. They are still definitely better than all the GWR and LNER seats though. Have you been on any UK Class 800 series trains before? If so, which ones and on which routes? Which is your favourite one? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, thanks for watching to the end, and I'll see you in the next video.